What's up, gamers? In this video I'll be telling you my top 5 favorite Pokemon games I think you should buy if you're looking for a game for a gift or for yourself. I'll be rating these games based on price, difficulty, and of course, how fun they are. Now let's get started. My 5th favorite Pokemon game has got to be Pokemon Sword and Shield. My favorite thing about Pokemon Sword and Shield is mostly the storyline. I'm not going to tell you any of it, because that would sort of ruin it, but it has a good way of keeping you into it. The biggest flaw about Pokemon Sword or Shield is that it's pretty easy to play, so if you want a more challenging Pokemon game, I don't recommend it. Now, let's move on to game number 4. My 4th favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I like this game because it still has a good storyline, but it's also more challenging than Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is why I'm ranking it slightly higher than Pokemon Sword and Shield. The biggest flaw about this game is that it takes a long time to unlock new areas. So basically, to unlock all the areas on the map, you have to catch lots of Pokemon. Now, I know it doesn't sound that hard, but it is. But overall, I think it's a great game, worthy of being in 4th place. Number 3 is called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. This game is definitely not as popular as any other games on this list, but I think it is very underrated. Now, the best thing about this game, in my opinion, is that you actually get to be a Pokemon. It's also a good option for people looking for a less easy Pokemon game. The biggest flaw about this game is you don't actually get to evolve for a long time until you beat a certain boss. However, I won't say the name of this Pokemon, since I think that would ruin some of the fun. But I will tell you it's very challenging. Now let's move on to game number 2. Game number 2, in my opinion, is Pokemon Go. The best thing about Pokemon Go is that the game itself is completely free, and actually gets you to go outside and explore. If you don't want to walk to play this game, I don't recommend playing. The biggest flaw about Pokemon Go is that it's very addictive. If you are planning on downloading the game, I recommend only playing for an hour or 2 a day. I also want to say this game is only downloadable on a phone or an iPad, but I recommend playing on a phone because it's easier to carry around. I also recommend playing on a newer phone because it doesn't work on some older phones. Now let's move on to my favorite game. It is Pokemon Unite. Since this game is different than any other Pokemon game, I'll explain how it works. Pokemon Unite is a team game where you knock out enemies with your teammates to get points. Then you can score those points in an enemy goal zone, and whichever team scores the most points when the timer goes up wins. Now, the best things about this game are that you get to play as a Pokemon, the download is free, and you can send friend requests to other people who play. Meaning, if you have a friend who plays and they're on your friends list in the game, you can invite them to battles and play with them. The biggest flaw about this game is that it takes quite a bit of time to save up the in-game coins in order to buy a Pokemon. It takes a lot of battles. Of course, there are other ways to get in-game coins, like completing achievements or quests, but it still takes a lot of work. That's it for this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I do plan on uploading more content in the future, so it would really help. Anyways, peace!